Hey Oleg, how's it going? Hey Cynthia, how you doing? Yep, came out early today. I was like feeling like coming out to, well, I was want to come to city and get a coffee and do some stuff. I'm like, let's just do a live stream. I went to this cool little coffee shop over there, Bob's on Baker Street. It's associated with Bob's Donuts, which is a famous donut shop, but there's more than one location. And for this size coffee, a medium coffee basically, $2.25. You cannot beat $2.25. Welcome, Arne. You enjoyed the wine hangout. That was fun, right? It was the first home stream I've done in a while, but it was enjoyable. There was a lot of people in the chat, and we were having a good time. And I drank some tasty wine, and I wasn't drunk or anything, but didn't feel any type of hangover the next day. I was a little bit tipsy though. This park is called the Panhandle, and it's basically a long, very narrow park that juts out from Golden Gate Park. You can check out this large monument here. And this was built before Golden Gate Park. It was kind of an experimental park to see what kind of vegetation they could grow. See, because this whole area, it was all sand dunes back in the day. Back in the 1800s, this was all sand dunes. There's no grass, no trees, no nothing here. It just basically looked like a southwestern desert environment, right? And like there was little shrubs and stuff like that, but it was mostly sand. And so they had to grow certain types of grasses that would, you know, stabilize the soil. And so they used this park as sort of a testing ground for that. I miss the home streams. I will do another, yes, absolutely. I'll keep doing them from now on, once in a while. California wine? No, I was drinking wine from Spain. It was called Rioja. This monument is to William McKinley, a president that was assassinated back in the 1800s. And it's got a large bronze female statue, very common back in the Gilded Age to have the female goddesses. And then it's got a frieze, you know, a bas-relief frieze of William McKinley, who was assassinated in 1901 by I believe it was an Italian anarchist or something. I'm not exactly sure. I can't remember who killed him, poor guy. But yeah, this is a very pretty park. And it's been here since 1870. It's got some nice trees here now. They did a good job, you know, building this park from sand dunes. Yeah, $2.25 is a great deal for a coffee. Because normally I'm paying like $6-7 at these places. But this Bob's Donuts is a real, like, you know, bare bones kind of joint. Like, got a couple little tables there, but they're making the donuts right there. You can smell the fresh donuts being cooked. This would have been a big hippie hangout back in the day, as we are a few blocks away from the very famous neighborhood of Haight-Ashbury. Yeah, they did do a good job with the sand dunes. I believe they had to plant like different types of barley and other kinds of grasses, and that was able to stabilize the soil. And then they kind of did the same thing with Golden Gate Park. Pretty much every tree in San Francisco was planted by man, because this was all sand dunes over here. It's not we don't have much vegetation here naturally. Not enough rain. Such a beautiful city, but always looks like not that many people around. Yeah, people. It's not like New York or Toronto where it's always bustling, you know? I like that house with those large windows. It's modern, but it has so much natural light coming in. I would, and look at those high ceilings with those large curtains there in the front window. That's a nice living room they got going on there. Hey, Medano, what's going on, my friend? Where is everyone? Good question. A lot of people are probably working from home and hanging out in their homes. You can see they have beautiful Victorians here with gorgeous rounded windows and all kinds of designs at the top of those houses. There's a lot of nice architecture in San Francisco, not just one style, lots of different styles. Each neighborhood is very unique. Cherry blossoms here are almost losing most of their flowers, but I think these are cherry blossoms, or are they something else? This hill in front of us is called Buena Vista Park. With a beautiful Monterey cypress there, which I call the signature tree of San Francisco, or of California. Lonely Traveler, hello. Sam Nanya, hello. Maybe I'll go up there, up those stairs later on. Or I guess we can go check it out. Yeah, maybe later on after I finish my coffee, we'll go up those stairs. It's pretty high up there. We gotta have a little bit of energy. Thanks, Lonely Traveler. Don't know what church this is, but it's really nice. I've never really seen this kind of style before. What would you guys say that is? Almost looks Moorish, right? Very interesting. Hey Sebastian, what's up, my man? Almost the same design as represented in Dnipro, so-called Equatorian period. Are you referring to this particular church style? Interesting. Go up here. I'll show you some famous homes of some famous rock stars. A number of rock stars used to live in this neighborhood. I already did a video about it, but I'll show you on this live stream where some of the famous rock stars lived. What's up, HD Apex? Check out Randall Museum. Would I be allowed to go in there? Oh, are you referring to those homes, Oleg? This side of the street. Randall Museum has some hands-on stuff. Chill wind. Yeah, today's kind of cold. It's only like 51 degrees out. I'm gonna continue. I was gonna go up that hill, but it's too steep. I don't feel like walking too far up hills today. I want to check out a very famous record shop called Amoeba Music. Alright, we'll walk up a little bit here to show you one of these famous homes. This is the home of the Grateful Dead. The Grateful Dead used to live here in the 60s. Jerry Garcia and the boys. During 66, 67, 68, the Summer of Love, during most of the hippie era, this is where they lived. And they had like huge parties here. There's famous photograph with them out front, as well as other photographs with all the famous bands. Five different bands were all hanging out here, and they had a very cool photograph of all of them. Jerry Garcia, basically a hero here in San Francisco. They're even naming a street after him. I read yesterday the street where he grew up on over in the Excelsior district. They're going to rename it Jerry Garcia Street. And I'm not like a massive Deadhead, they call it, you know, like I don't necessarily love all the Grateful Dead songs, but they were just like such cool dudes and so influential in the world of music, and they have such a huge and strong following. I mean, if you love the Grateful Dead, you love the Grateful Dead, you know. And they lived literally like 2-minute walk from another famous singer, a very sultry southern crooner. She also lived here in the 60s in this little pink house at 635 Ashbury Street. And her name was Janis Joplin. Janis Joplin lived right here in this pink house at 635 Ashbury Street here in the 60s. And I've even seen a photograph of her right at this corner before. This corner being probably the most famous intersection in San Francisco. This is the corner of Haight and Ashbury. This is the corner of Haight and Ashbury, which defines this neighborhood of Haight-Ashbury. And this is where a lot of the action happened. Back in '67, this would have been filled with hippies smoking weed right on the streets and doing all kinds of other stuff, playing all kinds of music. There would have been about 100 long-haired dudes with their acoustic guitars hanging out here with 110 long-haired girls. Oh, that house is on an album cover? Oh, okay. I think I have seen that before. Now this red house across the street supposedly is where Jimi Hendrix once lived. And it even has a little sign there, Jimi Hendrix Red House. Of course, he has a famous song called Red House. And they've got a dog grooming place under here. But the house itself is known as Jimi Hendrix Red House. 1524 Haight Street. You would have loved this when you were younger. Your bohemian soul. Yeah, I have a bohemian soul too. I love this whole scene of music that they had here. It was very meaningful. The songs they played were like the lyrics, the song, it was all very deep and meaningful music, much more so than what you find today. This neighborhood, I feel like, has been kind of resting on its laurels for about 40, 50 years, 60 years, I guess now, with all this hippie kind of stuff. Of course, the movement is long gone, but there's still a lot of nostalgia. This is called the Mad Dog in the Fog. The Mad Dog in the Fog. Cute name for a bar. Irish pub type thing. And see, even that building right there has a tribute to the Summer of Love. Peace, 1967, Summer of Love. So yeah, this neighborhood is still celebrating what happened here 60 years ago. Israel, what's up, amigo? How you doing, my man? But they do have interesting shops and restaurants and bars here. There's a lot to do here. It's much more busy on the weekends. And tourists still come here. but also locals. There's a lot of houses in this area, so. There's some Mexican food there. Burritos, tacos, and birria tacos. Have you guys had birria before? Birria is really good. They've got Indian cuisine too. Indian and Mexican are my two favorite foods, so they got them right beside each other here. It's a nice building there, the Red Victorian it's called. And decades of fashion. Also, two cool buildings right beside each other. Hey, what's up, Boris? Checking out the Haight. Yeah, we're chilling in the Haight. Reliving the summer of love here. Indian and Mexican are your favorites too. Let's get something to eat when I visit. Absolutely, Cynthia. We'd love to have you visit, and we'll go have some lunch or dinner together. How's that sound? John Fluvog, Frank's Liquors. It's actually warmer in Collingwood. Hello, Chandler. What's up, man? Yeah, it's kind of cool today, but that's okay, because the other day when it was like really sunny and, well, it was like in the 60s, I was still sweating like crazy while I was walking. So today it's a little bit easier to walk. I smell some good pizza coming from somewhere. Good day, sir.
You got an extra $1?
Yeah, I got $1. No problem, boss.
Want to share a banana?
Oh, no, I'm good. Thank you, sir.
It doesn't hurt that.
There you go, Chief.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You too, my friend. You too.
Which channel?
It's called West Coast Walker on YouTube. Say hello to everyone.
Peace. Hello, everyone. God bless you, West Coast Walkers, right there, man.
Yes, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
God bless you, my friend.
God bless you.
I mean, if somebody asks me for $1, I almost always give it to them because I've got an extra buck, you know, it's not a big deal. Kurt Affair's in the house. What's up, Kurt? Hey, Robbie, and the Chatty Chat. And Juanita's here as well, and George. Yes, God bless that gentleman. Seemed like a very nice guy, very friendly too. He wanted to be on camera. I like it when people want to be on camera. They're not scared, you know? Well, I know, what's $1? $1 doesn't really affect me much if I don't have $1 or I haven't, like if I don't have $1, I got a lot, I already got enough dollars, you know? It's not like I'm rich, but it's only $1. Check out Amoeba Records. Yeah, we are going to check out Amoeba Records. Good call, George. That place is called Cha 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 Caribbean Tapas. Amoeba Records is super famous, but it wasn't here in the 60s. It's from the 90s. There's O'Reilly's Pub. That's about as Irish as it gets. And Amoeba Music. Let's see, is it open at this time of day? Oh, it's closed. What time does it open? Opens at 11. See, here in San Francisco, we don't like to get up too early, you know what I'm saying? So things open sometimes pretty late. California is not an early rising kind of city, you know what I'm saying? And Jazz is with us. Hello, Jazz. Oh, thank you, Cynthia. If you were to form a band, what would you call it, Robert? Oh, that's a good question. It was hilarious the other night. I would never use a green screen, Chandler. I've said many times, and I've said this publicly, that green screen is very unethical. Anyone who uses green screen should be banished from YouTube. I think it's a crime to use green screen. I can't walk this way?
You can walk, but he's gonna go in here. We'll just, you can go ahead, Wait.
I see. Thank you.
Careful, boss.
How you doing?
Good, buddy.
Good.
Have a great day.
You too. See how friendly everyone in San Francisco is? This is the biggest park in the city. Golden Gate Park. Okay, what's going on here? Hang on a second. The other day my stupid phone didn't charge properly. Looks like it's charging, but not as strong as usual. Let's see. Those construction workers are woefully underpaid and underworked. Yeah, I'm not sure how much they get. I think they get paid all right. Mama Pajama and the Slippers. Oh, okay. I still got to think of a cool rock band name. You're unfollowing anyone with green screen. I would. Thing is, if I go over to Golden Gate Park, I'll get lost, HD Apex. I will get lost in that place, all right? Yeah, super cool folks we've been meeting here on the streets. Now, I'm going to skip the park, HD, because I don't know my way around that place. It's a 1,000-acre park. This looks like a brand new building here, right? Boris, do you know what this is? Is this like is this an office building or is this apartments? Or does HD Apex or Boris know what this new building is? See, I don't remember showing you that, Chandler. I was too wasted. All that I don't even remember the live stream from the other day. I'm just kidding. I only had like 2 glasses of wine, guys. I wasn't wasted. And there was no hangover. And Gigi's with us. Hello, Gigi. Nice to see you. Welcome, everyone, to the Haight-Ashbury Golden Gate Park area. I was about to ask how you feeling. Oh, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great. I slept well. Like, just a couple glasses of wine gives you a nice tingle, I guess one might say, and then I had a good night's sleep. And yeah, I might start drinking more wine. I feel like I don't drink enough. You guys, what do you guys think? I mean, I should drink more, right? Like, I feel like I don't drink. Some people are like, oh, I'm going to go dry January. No, I feel like I need to go wet. I feel like I need to go more wet. More drinking. This is the Khazar Pavilion, and there's the Khazar Pub. That's a pretty popular pub. They have all the sporting events there. And this used to be like some sort of stadium or something. I'm not exactly sure. You think that's a new hotel or apartments? That used to be a big parking lot. That looks like a nice building they're putting up there. Hey, hello. More friendly folks today on the streets. I need to drink more. It's pronounced Khazar, is it? That's a good one, Kurt. Just going through the chat, see if I misses. I guess I'll have to do another wine stream to finish off that bottle, or maybe I'll just get more wine too. I was thinking maybe I'll try French wine next time. Spain did a great job with their wine. Let's see how France does. North Beach Pizza is kind of an institution here, and they have like a bunch of different it's a franchise, North Beach local franchise. People really like it, I think. Haven't tried it yet. The 49ers used to play at Khazar Stadium. SF Cynthia's with us. Hello, SF Cynthia. Medano says cool parts of the 71 movie Dirty Harry were filmed at Khazar Stadium. Really? Interesting. I saw Dirty Harry a long time ago, but I don't really remember it. There is like a big gate back there. You see that? Does that look familiar, Medano, from the movie? And Juanita and Jazz are saying they got a birthday coming up, so that's exciting. Maybe we'll celebrate with some wine for their birthday. And if Oleg is still with us, we got a Ukrainian flag. Ukrainian represents. That new building is for housing. Before there was a McDonald's and an empty parking lot. Well, that building looks nice. I think they did a good job putting that there instead of an empty parking lot. I feel like a few McDonald's have closed down in the city. Is that true? Let's see what's on Frederick Street. I don't ever recall walking down Frederick Street before. Or it says yes. Why is there an echo? Oh, is there an echo, Juanita? I'm not sure. What do you guys... Is my voice sounding weird? I'm not using a mic or anything. I'm just using the phone. When a McDonald's closes, 100 Americans lose 10 pounds. That's true. I feel like fast food, I'll tell you this about San Francisco. There's not much obesity here. There is really not much obesity here. Like, people are not that fat here. Not like some places in America or Canada. For Canadians aren't necessarily skinnier than Americans. But here in California, they're skinnier. Everyone's skinnier than most places. Okay. See, a lot of different housing designs. Not everything looks the same, right? Different roof styles, different colors. Every house is painted different color. And we have our friend Christine, We Go Places Tours. Welcome, Christine. A wonderful live streamer from Niagara Falls and St. Catharines and Ontario in general. Nice to see you, Christine. One of the mods wants to put Christine's link there. That would be great. Thank you. And Lisa's with us, and Lisa says more obesity in other states. The West Coast has more an active. There are a lot of people that like ride bikes and exercise here. Absolutely, absolutely. People are really into fitness. I'm not one of those people, but people are really into fitness. I try and go to the gym once in a while, but not as much as I should. Let's just put it that way. Let's just put the membership doesn't quite get its money's worth. Let's just put it that way. That's a good one, HD. Your brother noticed this fact about the Californians when he lived there. Oh, your brother lived in California, Oleg. Interesting. They primarily filmed the football field for the one scene. So you recognize that that little gate thing there, eh, Medano, over on Kezar Stadium? Maybe I'll walk around and check that out later. Your walking is your fitness. That's true, Boris. Most people don't walk around for 2 or 3 hours with absolutely nowhere to go. So I do get a lot of cardio doing that. And that's one real big aspect of this channel, because if I didn't have this channel, I wouldn't be walking around for 2 or 3 hours. Why would I do that? No one in their right mind's gonna walk around for 2 or 3 hours for no reason. Especially up these hills. Now we're going uphill. Now I finished my coffee, so I have more energy to go up these hills. Your brother's 66 and he is a sporty man. Nice. And what about you, Oleg? Have you ever been to California? Did you come here to visit him? I just like the fact that they didn't build every house to look the same. Like that's a unique house right there. Have you ever seen a house like that? Look at the roof. It's like almost a Mexican or Spanish style home. This guy has a tiger mural on his house, a beautiful tiger. How did I like the flat white coffee? It was pretty good. I liked it a lot. I'm not sure if it tastes much different than any other kind of coffee, but they did a good job. But I just now, before I came, got a coffee from Bob's Donuts. They have, on Baker Street, they have a Bob's Donuts over there. It was only $2.25 for a cup of coffee. A medium too, like a good sized cup of coffee, like what you get at, like basically a Tim Hortons medium. $2.25, you put your own milk and sugar in it and you're good to go. Half and half cream is what I usually use. Well, coffee made at home, but I didn't ask for oat milk. I wasn't going to go down that road. They're pretty late, you know, bare bones over there. Flat white are your go-to. Hey, boom shakalaka, what's up, my man? Maybe one day, Oleg. If every house were the same, I'd be writing a letter to Gavin Newsom. And what would the letter say? Just going through the chat. The Sutro Tower. Yeah, that's right, George. That's what HD Apex was saying. The 49ers played in that stadium. Now they don't even play in San Francisco. They play over in Santa Clara. Cute little store there. And this is a nice apartment building. Very classy looking apartment building with the what are those at the top though? Are those called corbels? Nice little balconies at the corners. Can't say I've really explored this street before, but these houses are very nice here. I'd live here for sure. Hey, Dave. You would ask them if you've seen uniform housing and ask them to make them stand apart by taking them all different colors. Well, I don't know if Gavin Newsom has that much authority, but hey, it's worth a shot, right? Gavin will probably be president of the United States one day. He's one of those guys who was born to be a leader, you know what I mean? Nice building there at the corner. OMG, President Newsom is music to your ears. Oh yeah, you like him? He's got the look, you know, he's a very handsome fellow. That always helps. Just gonna grab a drink of water here. As we see, you guys tell me what that mountain is in the distance. Is that the headlands? Boris is like, no, no Gavin for me, bro. Everything is so lush there. I know, this is Buena Vista Park. This is beautiful here. This is like really lush here. They did an amazing job here. I'm just gonna put you guys here for a second.
I don't know if they could even. So wait, hold on one second. So what is the date of the surgery? Is it not really? And do you know? I'm just trying to get a sense for this here. What is the total cost of the surgery?
Righty. Mark Davis, nice to see you. Hello, how is Richmond Hill is where you're from, right? Oh, and this is a very famous house. And I told you I was going to show you some rock stars' homes. So earlier in the live stream we saw the Grateful Dead. We saw where Janis Joplin lived. And now this house here is the home of another famous rock star, with this weird iron gate in the front that he actually installed back in the 60s. And his name was Graham Nash from Crosby, Stills and Nash and Young. In this house here with the interesting metal sort of gate there. It's almost like a peacock gate, I guess you might call it. And so Graham Nash used to live in that house back in the 60s. Hey, Lauren. And so a lot of people lived in this neighborhood back then. And they could all just like hang out and play music and do whatever they did. Probably smoked a lot of green stuff. Very nice homes here on Buena Vista West. Right in front of Buena Vista Park. Pretty good location to live in. Beautiful homes, eh, Jazz? I guess we can explore this park a little bit. This is not like Golden Gate Park where I'm going to get lost. To see the nice views from here. Check out Randall Museum. Where is that again? See that we'll go up to the see if there's some nice views here from Buena Vista. I think Buena Vista does mean nice view, doesn't it? Or good view. The views are nice, but it's very hilly, right, yeah. Are there stairs, or is it all just... Yes, Buena means good view. Thank you so much, Chandler and HD Apex. I think you saw Sally Fields. She could live in Haight-Ashbury, you never know. It's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Hey, yeah. Sounds like the name of a Spanish wine, that's right. Beautiful view, right? Can relax and see the whole world from here. It's very SF is hilly, but it has beautiful views, right? That's the thing. I mean, if it didn't have hills, it wouldn't have the views. So it's catch-22, right, Lauren? Probably the most scenic city in the world in that sense. Wish you could see TO. Yeah, yeah. No. If you look hard enough on a sunny day, maybe you can see the CN Tower from here, right? Yeah, yeah. Oh yes, I showed some rock stars' homes that used to live here in the it's in the Haight-Ashbury district, the Haight-Ashbury neighborhood, Mark. That's what we are. And I showed earlier in the live stream where the Grateful Dead lived. Janis Joplin lived down the street. Let's go over here. And that was Graham Nash's house there, back with the weird metal grating. And yeah, they've done a very nice job with this park. Look how much vegetation there is. Oh, that's okay, Lauren. You can always watch the replay. Some tennis courts down there. You can see downtown very nicely from here. The Salesforce Tower in the center, and then the Transamerica Pyramid, and the rest of the financial district. There's a bit of a fog today. It's overcast. Hey D. Michael. D. Michael, are you a Grateful Dead fan? I can't say I'm a huge fan of their music, but I think they were just like really cool dudes, you know, so that makes up for it. Go south from here. Okay. I don't have my compass though. And we got our buddy Roy in the chat. What's up, Roy? How you doing, my man? Roy's an excellent live streamer from San Francisco. If you want to put, one of the mods could put Roy's channel in there. Thank you, that'd be great. Let's keep going up here. I've never even been inside this park until now. Thanks, Medano. Yeah, I love the huge trees. It's a very serene place here. As you can tell, it is kind of steep, but maybe not as steep as some places. Well, I will come back down, not if, but hang on. Yeah, Roy grew up here though. HD. $10 says you would be breathing pretty hard too, HD, if you were walking up these stairs. And plus, you guys have seen how Roy is in very good shape compared to me. I think we've reached the top, I hope. Oh. See the Golden Gate Bridge there through the fog. Neville says, Haight-Ashbury, let's go to the Haight and then the Fillmore West and see the Grateful Dead, man. You're right, bro. You know about Fillmore West, right? Time for a glass of wine. No, but I'll take a sip of water. Am I coming back to Toronto this summer? Not sure what my plans are. Work it. I'm trying to. The stones to my right at the bottom, those were tombstones. Oh, interesting. A lot of, well, Roy knows, and everyone from San Francisco knows that all of the pretty much all the cemeteries were closed back in the 18 and 1900s, and they dug up all the bodies and sent them all to Colma, if you can believe that. I think in this day and age you wouldn't even be able to dig up one body without a Supreme Court injunction. It's another glass of water, another sip of water. A good friend of yours toured with Bob Weir. He lives in the Bay Area too. Oh, very interesting. Most of the stones on the ground were tombstones. Wow. So they used the tombstones for building materials. They used all the tombstones for building materials. I have a feeling that would be highly of massive, massive, massive proportions if they tried to do that today. And they really only did it for one reason. Because land is just so darn valuable here. Even back in the 1800s, land was extremely valuable here. And they didn't think that graveyards were a good use of the land. When I say they, I mean the corrupt city fathers who probably made a lot of money. They probably opened up the funeral homes over there in Colma and made money off of that. Yes, land is at a premium here. Land is definitely at a premium. These are beautiful Monterey cypresses and other trees here. This park must be old, eh, Roy? Because these trees are really tall. If you died here, you'd be buried in Colma. Colma is a cemetery city. They got an unending number of cemeteries there. Everybody in the Bay Area gets buried over there, not just San Francisco. I think most towns have basically, in the Bay Area, have just said, we're not building cemeteries, we're just going to bury everyone over in Colma. I don't think South San Francisco has any cemetery. I've never seen one. San Bruno only has a giant military cemetery. And even that, when they tried to expand it, San Bruno said no. It's a nice apartment building there with the fire escapes and balconies. It's beautiful here, very nice, right? Roy went walking, and that's true. There is a pet cemetery in the Presidio, the famous pet cemetery. They didn't dig up those guys. They left the pets there. That was nice of them. Okay, I feel like it took me a lot longer to walk up to this hill than it did to walk down. Did I come from this way, or? Okay, so HD probably wants me to. Oh, Jeanette Morales is with us. Welcome, Jeanette. How you doing? Hopefully everything's well on Houston over there. Hey, Java Junkie. It's even harder to walk up those hills. I'm not sure if this was the way I came, or was it back over there? I can't even remember. Oh, is it buffering? Let me know if it buffers. And HD was saying the Randall Museum. If that's close by, I can walk over there, see what's at the Randall Museum. Very chill neighborhood though. Like, if you lived here right by this park, you could enjoy that park all the time. See the views of the city and just, you know, hang out up there. It's very peaceful. Of course, the place has to be upscale now, right? To live here for sure. Pretty much the whole city's upscale. I mean, you're not gonna find cheap rent really anywhere. Maybe the Tenderloin. All right, I got you, Roy. Hopefully it doesn't buffer. Make a right on Park Hill. Okay. I'll make a right on Park Hill. Okay, this is Park Hill. And then a right on Roosevelt, okay. This is a chill street too. I like this neighborhood a lot. I don't really come here much. I haven't really. Still trying to figure out what those stubby little trees are. We see those everywhere, these guys. These trees. What the heck are those again? I think maybe someone in the chat knows. Doggies, yes. That was dog walker doing 4 or 5 dogs at the same time. You got to be pretty good with dogs if you're going to do that. This area has fancy Christmas and Halloween decorations. Oh, okay, that's good to know. Because I found it a little bit hard to find an area with a lot of decorations last year. You know, if a lot of these houses are rented, then... And Roy would know, but is that Grandview Park? What is that up there, Roy? The top of that hill? I'm not going up there because that's like Mount Everest, but I don't, I'm not sure exactly what hill that is. Sycamores, that's right, George. Oh, Corona Heights. Okay, Corona Heights. Never been there. It's a pretty tall mountain. Randall Museum's near it, close to Castro. Cool. So many little nooks and crannies throughout the city. And an endless number of hills. I believe there's like 70 something hills. Maybe slippery up there in the rainy weather. Yeah, it would be. Worth another live stream. Yeah. The views are great there, I would imagine, from such a high perch. Lisa is 2 hours away from the city. Okay. In the East Bay, right? And there's even a sign for the Randall Museum. That's convenient, tells you exactly how to get. We're back? Okay, we're back. I was gonna go back. Continues, then I'll double back. Is it still buffering? Better now? Okay. The thing with Verizon, if it buffers a little bit and I just keep walking, it usually clears up. Okay, so this is the Randall Museum, which I don't really know what it is. Like, I have no clue. They have outdoor stuff though, right? Have a great day, Christine. Enjoy your gardening. That sounds fun. Nice modern style homes here. I know some folks in the chat like modern style homes, Boris being one of them. I do too, but I also like the older style homes. So what's in this Randall Museum? Now, it doesn't really matter what's here because there's very nice views of the city from here. Ah, okay, cool. Well, they picked a very nice location here. To build this museum. I think. Yep, I've been to an off-leash. They have those near me. Tennis courts, yep. Yep, I've been to an off-leash dog park. They have those in South San Francisco. And you can see the downtown core very nicely from here. Super windy up here, yeah. Is it free to go inside? Oh, it's free? Okay, cool. Let's check it out. Let's see if they'll let me live stream. The key is you don't say anything, you just walk in like you own the place. Oh yeah, there's lots of kids here. This is a family museum for sure. Look at that turtle. That is a good-sized turtle. I like turtles. Hey, City Emerald. mice in there. This is called the death feigning beetle. How do I pick my mods and how often do I mod people? I don't mod people very often. I think I have enough mods for now, but I choose mods that are loyal viewers and who I think would do a good job modding. And I think you would fall into that category, Chandler, for sure. So, you know, next time I have mods to choose, as the channel grows, I'll keep you on the list. To avoid political talk, certainly the mods do. I don't know what that skull was. I think it was some sort of like maybe a wolf or something. I don't know. They look kind of canine. There's a theater here. Too dark.